Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to the Pioneer Sports Preview. Sorry we took a little bit of a hiatus there, but now we're back in the thick of baseball, softball, and track season. Here joined by Mr. Dane Pavlowski, of course, and this week we are going to chat about the baseball season we've had so far. The games we've actually been able to get in because of the weather we've had, but we have had some interesting games going on so far. So let's start off looking at the CSAA race going on. Chip Hills comes back as the kind of the top dog, but every team's kind of having their struggles here and there. So just looking at the teams in the CSAA, starting off with Chip, let's talk about what we've seen so far this season.
And, I saw Coach Ben Wright and the Warriors quite a few times so far this year, and like you said, in the games we've been able to get. And they have the best record right now in the conference, and they're easily kind of the most together team. Mm-hmm. They seem like they're not lacking in a lot of areas. They have solid pitching. Tyler Kelsey has pitched some nice games, and you've heard me talk about the freshman Brett Walcott. He pitched 7 on Friday against Lakeview, had a beautiful game. He's been pitching really well. And, the Warriors really have had a lot of guys who can kind of come in and help out. Tyler Williams has come in relief, had some solid games. And then offensively, too, they really have it going on. They remind me kind of of the Tigers, the new Tigers, where you see a lot of base running, a lot of advancing as many runners as they can. Playing a little bit of that small ball, they steal a lot of bases. Doesn't matter who it is, Coach Ben Wright will send them. And he'll try to keep runners moving, keep guys active on the base pass. And it's worked out. They've had some big victories, had a 15-1 win over Lakeview on Friday. And, they're a fun baseball team to watch. And right now, like you said, they kind of seem like they're at the head of the pack right now in the CSAA.
Definitely. You kind of move on, go to another team there, the Morley Stanwood Mohawks. Another team that's showing some good flashes there. They've had a little inconsistency as well, but just your thoughts on what you've seen from the Mohawks so far this season.
The Mohawks, it's kind of like watching their basketball team out there. You get Tim Carenduff coming out. He's kind of their number one pitcher, number one, number two. He's had some solid games, but again, they've had some struggles in the field playing defense. They've had some errors, had some pass balls, trying to get some catchers moving. Mm-hmm. But, the Carey boys, Tom and Mike Carey, have been very good on offense and defensively. When they play catcher, when they play third base, they've had some solid outings. Carenduff has been very solid with the bat. He's had a lot of extra base hits. He gets a lot of doubles, stretches them into triples, singles going to second. Mm-hmm. He's been very active, and one of the most impressive single performances I've seen this season is Chase Hunty against Reed City at Reed City. In a doubleheader, went 6 for 6 and had, I think, 5 extra base hits, had a pile of RBIs, and he's kind of been looking better and better as the season's going on. And like you said, not a lot of games in yet, but every game they get, Chase Hunty seems like he's getting that eye on the ball, he's tracking it down, he's knocking it everywhere, putting him to the fence almost every at-bat. And he's been very valuable for the Mohawks so far. But, their pitching still kind of struggling, trying to figure out the rotation. But if they get things going here right toward the end of the season, going into districts, they could be very dangerous moving forward.
Like you said, a team, if they could just clean up a few of the defensive errors and get some things going, I think they could definitely be a force once they come to districts and the playoffs. And now looking at the Big Rapids Cardinals, gotten off to kind of a little slow start here. A lot of their problems have been kind of shooting themselves in the foot. They'll get a lead, and then some errors here and there will cost them at the end. So, just kind of your thoughts on the squad there over at Big Rapids.
Big Rapids, only seen them a little bit, but Sterling Brinker is an impressive baseball player, and one of those guys who, when you look at not so much the team but individually, he's the kind of guy who can win games for the Cardinals, whether it's on the hill, whether it's at the plate. They have a lot of guys kind of who are trying to just find their role, fill in the blanks. For the Cardinals, and like you said, they've been kind of stumbling out of the blocks, but if Brinker can keep having strong performances, that's the kind of thing you could rally the rest of the guys around, get some more guys kind of stepping up, playing a little bit better, and they got another team that could really make some noise, especially when you look at the CSAA right now, everybody's kind of around the same spot except for a few teams. So that's the kind of thing, if you get a few gems from him, a few offensive explosions, a team maybe struggle on defense against them, that could really boost them up as we keep going through the season here.
And then we look at the Reed City Coyotes here, first year under new coach Marty Schaefer. The kids are playing hard, but just it seems sometimes they just can't get the hits going. But lately they've been having some nice games where it's kind of all or nothing. They have no hits or they have tons of hits. So just your thoughts on what you've seen from the Coyotes so far.
The Coyotes, like you said, it seems like every game after the game we're talking to Marty Schaefer, he's saying, man, we couldn't get the offense, or man, we couldn't get the defense today. But like you said, man, all or nothing, they'll go a game where they get one hit, like against Morley Stanwood, they struggle, and then they'll have a game where they're moving runners on the bases. They all of a sudden put up 8 runs in an inning against the Mohawks in that doubleheader. And they're the kind of team who they're not that consistent if they can maybe find that consistency. But lately, Eric Granis has been pitching very well. Ray Phoenix has been pitching well. They've both got a little jolt in their bat lately. They hit some home runs out of the park. So, everybody loves the long ball. And maybe Reed City won't get a lot of singles, but if you can put them out of the park, that's runs. That'll help.
Definitely. Like I said, just need a little more consistency there, and I think they can do some things. So, and now let's move over to the Highland Conference. And you really look at the baseball scene there, and the Pine River Bucks still undefeated as we tape this show right now. So just, what have you seen from that team? They've been able to, I think, from my experience watching them, they've got it all going. The bats to the pitching to the defense. They've pretty much had all areas of their game clicking right now.
That's what I was going to say. What haven't I seen from the Pine River Bucks? Greg Park has been a monster on the mound. He's been just tearing it up pitching for them. Lucas Harris has had some gems. Mitch McDonald has been money. Really everything going on defensively too. That's a team you don't see make a lot of errors. And, they're very solid, very crisp. And, the eye test is something I hold very close when I look at teams. We see a lot of teams. We see a lot of different players, some teams from out of the area. But when you watch a team run out onto the field, they're all sprinting, they're all hustling right to their spot. They're going, getting warmed up because they want to get moving. That's a little something extra that they have. And offensively, obviously, it seems like every night when we're getting calls or we're at the game, McDonald's going 3 for 4, Brandon Hoagland's going 3 for 4. Everybody's getting those extra base hits, RBIs. Everybody's helping each other out. They really play as a team, and it's not, Greg Park, he's going to pitch every single game. He's going to pitch as much as we can. They have a rotation, which you don't see a lot in high school. They can pitch. Really, their top 3-4 guys are as good as some of the number 1, number 2 guys at other schools. So the Bucks obviously doing everything right now, and they're looking real good.
Definitely, like I said, one of the more complete teams that I've seen this year, and they seem to be having some fun with it. So, and as we keep going on, these next few weeks will really help sort out the picture as everybody gets ready for postseason play starting at the end of the month. Alrighty, fans, well, thank you again for joining us for another edition of the Pioneer Weekly Sports Preview. Again, remember to tune in every week and get online at BigRapidsNews.com or pick up an edition of the Pioneer to see what's going on in your area.